Game on, ladies and gentlemen. We have Dignitas going up against mYinsanity. Well, so far Team Dignitas has actually done very well in the tournament. I think they won now 3 maps in a row or 3 games in a row. That's why they end up facing mYinsanity here. Starting on Dragonshy to the left side in blue, we have mYinsanity with Ace of Spades on the Brightwing, Kaysil on the Nazebo, Frats on the Stitches, Lowell on the Muradin, and once again Shinobu on the Hammer. One thing that we've seen a couple of times is that they really like on Dragonshy to go for a Hammer build and then just dominate the bot lane. Vainless for Team Dignitas has played the Malfurion here. We have Chris on the Vala, Blood Dragon on the Chen, and Nurok currently looking at the Arthurs, where Sailors is playing the Falstad. This is gonna be a good one, and there we go already with an attempt to take down Frets. That didn't work, and ho ho ho, that barrel roll. Yeah, that was not a Christmas ho ho ho. Santa Claus is not coming, he doesn't bring presents. Instead it is the Stitches who's trying to steal them away. Down to the bottom lane, that's where we have the try set up now. We had the bans in the game actually against, well, we had the Abathur ban and the Tychus ban. So right now, if you think about what's going on here, that means that the Uther has not been picked, but instead the Malfurion. One of the big reasons why you would pick a Malfurion is that you really try and go for silence. But with the lineup that we're currently seeing here, that's not necessarily something that you need to go for. If you try and make up for the damage that is being dealt to you by the Annihilating Spirit, then you can definitely go, or the Ravenous Spirit at the beginning of the game, you can definitely go for a Malfurion with that heal there, but of course the big down part from the Malfurion is that he does only have the damage over time here. But he has good lockdown together with the Howling Blast, and there we go, that's where we see that. Bam, where it is, there we go, double lockdown, and it's just amazing how you can control that with, of course, all that lockdown thanks to the Arthurs and the Malfurion. They get the first kill, take down the Brightwing. Sailors is moving in for Team Dignitas right now. So far so good for them. They're really making a very good start into the Heroes of the Storm scene here. People are wondering how good the team actually is. This is their way to prove their worth now, and they already took down Faculty earlier. But it was also a bit of a disappointing performance by Faculty. Greenout himself in chat later said that he was not really excited with how they performed in the first game, or in that best of one. So yeah, they weren't too happy with that either. Right now, looking a bit at the build of Shinobu, it's actually interesting that we have resistance here currently being used by him, and the durations of stuns, slows and roots are reduced by 75%, and that is a reaction to the Malfurion pick. I can already guarantee you that. Usually you wouldn't have gone for that. We've already seen Shinobu play that hero quite often for mYinsanity, especially on this map, and that is definitely a reaction to what we saw in the picks in Vans here. Level 4 is on the board for both of the teams with a slight lead in experience for Team Dignitas. Dragonshire, of course, all about the coordination and the splits of heroes towards the lanes, trying to deny that to Frets right now. Sailors is moving in, getting one hit in, getting for the boomerang maybe, no hook so far. He's just trying to hit that out for as long as he can. In comes Chris, good move by him. They need to capture one of the shrines and they're gonna get the top shrine. Top shrine taken by Blood Dragon and by Vainless on the Malfurion. Down to the bottom lane, Nurok with the Arthurs is still trying to soak up the experience that he can. Doing a decent job with that. Stitches, by the way, is in this game going for a sustain build. We see that more often from mYinsanity. I was actually talking to them today about that, and Frats is favoring this build currently. It's a standard build, his go-to build on the Stitches, which is an interesting thought if you think about the comparison to other Stitches players who still focus on the slam, myself included, since the damage output on that is just absolutely insane. The wave clear is great as well, but of course with that the Stitches can stand in the fight even a bit longer than that. We've seen that build already today, we've seen it yesterday, and it's definitely still a popular choice, but the slam build is probably for most players still the go-to build that we currently see in the current meta. Looking at what we are having for the rest of the heroes, it's mostly the same build, with the focus on the Stormbolt again on the Muradin, with the double tank that they have. At some point you're of course going to transition into that style where it's all about protect the tank. Emerald Wind, usually the choice that we see for the teams, and that Root and Howling Blast reduction, thanks to the first talent on Shinobu, is really helping him. The first aid is also going to be a very big plus, a good asset for him there. Nice move! Oh, Kaysil with that great block, and they trap the Malfurion and take him down. I was really talking already a lot with mYinsanity about it, and I was mentioning it yesterday in the monthly final as well. I think Kaysil is a great pickup for them. Getting him into the team, that was quite lucky, I feel, since he is a very, very solid player for them. Has proven himself several times, not only on the Nazebo, but also on heroes like the Vala. Very, very nice control from him, and extremely good positioning. I'm absolutely loving it. So once again, he contributes massively to one of the kills. 1 kill against 1 so far in the game. We have now the top lane still being contested by the 2 tanks. It's pretty normal to have like one of your tanks just like up at the top, and that's what we're seeing there with the Chen going up against the dwarf. And well, there they're battling it out once again. Looking down at the bottom lane where we have the siege tank, of course, trying to push his way in. He can't really do too much yet. I feel the siege tank really becomes a lot stronger once he hits the 10. I mean, that's one of those Captain Obvious statements where you're like listening to the commentator and like, duh, no shit, Sherlock. I mean, what else do you think? But yeah, the point what I'm trying to make is, oh, nice lockdown with the Howling Blast against Kesil and Venom, and goodbye. Vala jumps in and takes him on. Vala actually giving Shinobu also quite a run for his money. The first 8 helps him to escape, and Chris is being healed here as Freds is starting to move in, and I think he might actually be able to get another kill there if there's another en route, and there it is, en route and Moonfire, and down goes Stitches. Very well done by Team Dignitas. Coming back to my original point about the heroic ability on the Sergeant Hammer, of course that's really going to increase the damage output or the abilities of the hero, but Napalm has a very, very low cooldown, and it's great to just like go in, take a building down, or just like a front wall, maybe just push through a wave and then move back. So if you're getting into a good position with this, I feel it just like increases that burst damage of that hero so significantly, and also the threat that he poses to the structures, that if you keep him alive for long enough, you can do a lot here. I mean, you can already see it right here, that he starts to take down the hit points on those structures. The tank alone on the bottom lane is posing a huge threat. Up at the top, Ace of Spades saving Lowell's ass on the Mirrodin. And, well, at this point, with 3 kills against 2, Team Dignitas is really showing us already that they are not a team to be taken lightly here. Nurok, Chris, and the rest of the team doing a great job there. I really like their coordination, especially with that Malfurion. That play is really quite something. Chris and Malfurion taking down the tank at the bottom lane. He didn't get away there, even with the talent that we have chosen by him. We have, by the way, Tranquility being used, so it feels like the idea of them is not really to go for the silence in this case. There's also not really too much to silence out there. Nothing like that is really crucial enough to go for that. But I feel what the bigger part of the story is that with the healing ward and then the Tranquility, they can out-heal the damage that is going to be done by the Ravenous Spirit. I feel that's going to be one of the big things that they want to do here. And of course, if you cluster together as a team, then with Tranquility you can quite a huge amount of healing numbers out there. Regarding the talents, we have the Blink heal, not the Emerald Wind being used by the Brightwing. Oh, good hook, and he goes for the Gorge, tries to move away. Ace of Spades with the Blink heal, moves back, and oh, that shock and awe. But wow, we actually had that quick drop against the Chen there. Well done. Now suddenly it's also Vainless who's in trouble, and he's getting hooked as well. Wow, his ulti Tranquility doesn't really do anything for him. Oh, but he survives. Or does he? Lowell jumps in and wow, hammer to the face, like full force. That is definitely resulting in a visit at the local dentist, because those teeth, they are not happy. He ate that hammer, and he ate it hard. I mean, at this point, that was one of those deep throat hammers that you just don't want to get. That Malfurion was taken out in a flash. Low Freds and Shinobu pushing in the lane right now and starting to take down the first fort. And this is where mYinsanity is starting to take some momentum. 13 talents are now on the board, and that means double hammer, double polymorph. Very, very strong, of course. And we also have it for the Malfurion, something that you don't see all that often. It's still a strong talent. I mean, at this point for Malfurion, I don't feel like there's really a talent that is like horrible. But with the rewind, he can go for that additional Moonfire, and of course, more important of all, going for the additional root. The full Stitches, the full multi-shot build that we see on the Vala is helping out with that as well. Stitches with another hook. I mean, Freds is on fire here right now. Great job by him. Good by Arthur. It's like using the heroic ability here. He's trying to go through the wall. But yep, that is not gonna happen for now. And look at that, up at the top, Ace of Spades is just like playing against creeps. Nobody wants to play with him. Stitches wants to play, that's why he went to the Nexus, and he's already down at the bottom. But finally the Brightwing seeing some action here as well. Lowell healing, being healed up here. Nice shock and awe, but not doing enough damage. Just scratched a few of the heroes here, and Ace of Spades is still alive. Arthurs and Vala are both dead. Shinobu is already chasing Blood Dragon away. And with level 15 versus 14, oh, Fred's nearly hitting another look. That was a close one. I really just thought for a second this one would connect as well, but it didn't. So now, ooh, the napalm. Does he get another hook? No. The creep wave comes in and Malfurion just hides in it, so yeah, not really anything that he could do at that point. We already have double shrine taken, and with now the middle suddenly being contested, it looks very much like the first Dragonite might enter the game here. Freds is already looking for another opportunity to maybe drop one of the heroes, but now it's a 5 versus 5 again. Nice move here. Oh my god, look at Vainless, how he doesn't get away. Kaysil, like, oh my god, he gets the kill. Oh, the hook! The hook! What the fuck? Freds is getting another hook in and he gets the gorge. Somebody stop him. Like, what the hell is going on? Kaysil and Freds, that has to be love. I mean, this was like, sorry, but Freds is suddenly like taking a place in my best Stitches players in Europe diary. That is crazy good. First of all, he gets that hook off, then he moves in, gets the gorge, moves away, drops him into the round. And Kaysil, I mean, that kill that he had there, holy shit, against the Malfurion, trapping him completely in that position, and then just like dropping him, getting the next wall of zombies in there to lock another target out. This is insane. Amazing play by Freds and Kaysil right now. They are absolutely carrying here. Wow, I have to say, like, this is beautiful. Very, very good what we see from them. The team coordination and the rest, that's quite something. Actually, Shinobu had to cancel the B back because he was trying to get the control of the shrine at the bottom, didn't really get it. Holy shit! Did you see that? Again! If any other heroes would have been in that position, he would have been trapped in the wall of zombies. Only the barrel roll saves the Falstad. If I was Falstad or Vala on the team of Dignitas, I would be shitting my pants every single second when that Stitches is somewhere near me. That is insane. That was extremely good there. What a play by those two. But still, the game is not over yet. They have the 16 talent, the fishing hook is there, Relentless is on the board, that Stitches is right now really just... he's a utility hero at this point. He's not really one of those damage dealers that with a slam build is going to get the max DPS in the game, but he's definitely in a position where he is making the plays happen. And that's just crazy good. We have Executioner on the other hand now on the Vala, and with the Arthurs in the game for the increase on the Frozen Tempest with the Frozen Wastes, and then also the Frost Shot, that can dish out a lot of damage right now. So the Vala is definitely going to become extremely dangerous. Blood Dragon down here has to use ulti in order to get away. He was going deep and it didn't work out for him. Both of the shrines once again under the control of mYinsanity, and they are really going for it, aren't they? But this game is not over yet. 10 kills against 4, that gives them a solid lead, but it's not over yet. These hooks! What the fuck is Fred doing? Like, he has an aimbot somewhere. I did not, like, aimbot confirmed. Somebody contact Blizzard. Like, this can't be real. This is getting insane. Like, did Fred actually miss a hook? I think he missed one, right? Like, this is insane. This kid is just too good to be true. There has to be an aimbot somewhere. I mean, something is not right. This is just way too good what he's currently moving in. Well, at that point, what else do we have? We have still no Dragonite in the game. That's probably the thing that amazes me the most. There was no Dragonite so far. Yeah, look at the damage on the Stitches. He's down at 12,000, so he's not really getting the damage in that you would usually get with a slam build. But it doesn't really matter too much if you think about how much he already contributed to that lead that mYinsanity currently has in the game. 18 versus 17. Dignitas is still in this. I mean, we've been talking a lot about these plays that we have seen being put out by Kaysil and by Freds, but at the same time, looking at Dignitas, they might be a level behind. They might be 6 kills behind, but overall they're still doing fine. The problem is that they might lose one of the keeps down here right now, and it doesn't really feel like they are too concerned about that. Okay, there comes the B back, and they're starting to move in and go for it. Yep, there they are. But no immediate action by them just yet. But they take another shrine at the top, so it's a very strategical play that they made just now. Forcing the B back and then capturing the shrine, moving into the middle as 4. The right wing can jump in. Very, very mobile action by them, and Vala isn't there yet, so it's a 5 versus 4 if they're going to try for that. And finally Freds is missing a hook. I think he missed that one on purpose so that it doesn't scare me too much. because I would have definitely dropped out of my chair there. Oh, the lockdown against Kaysel. Oh, and the Vala. Wow, Kaysel is getting slammed into the ground by that. Very well done. Great moves there by the Vala with the Rain of Vengeance follow up after the Howling Blast. This time Kaysel is out of position and suddenly everything goes south. The lockdown against Shinobi, and look at Team Dignitas. They are smelling blood in the water. They're jumping in, dropping 1, dropping 2, dropping 3, killing the hammer, and suddenly there are 3 heroes up. And they are just saying like, my who? mYinsanity? Who exactly is that? Oh, those guys that we... Oh, what? Not again. Not again. This time Nuruk is saying like, no. This time he survives. And look at Freds. He doesn't even die. With that sustain build, he doesn't even die and he turns around. He wants to go for another hook. And... Oh, the wolf! The wolf was feeling that one. But the Dragonite ends up in the hands of Team Dignitas. What a game! What a game, and what an amazing amount of great plays that we had in this one. Nuruk, wrong direction, buddy. You have to go to the left. He's dancing like, what the fuck? What's going, like, troll mode activated. Like, dude, you misunderstand something here. I know you're German, but we're Germans, we're not supposed to be funny. Like, it's all about efficiency. It's all about, like, getting to the objective. And yes, you got the objective, but there's no celebration just yet. You need to win the game first. So yeah, he's moving in, wasted a little bit of time there, apparently intentional, waiting for the rest of the team, but they are moving down to the bottom wall right now. They're trying to move in, trying to take that, the hook this time missing. Freds maybe losing his magic touch on the hook, but still, 10 kills versus 7, and the first Dragonite goes to Team Dignitas. They have taken a bit of a beating in the mid-game, but they did not panic. No, there was no picnic, and they still went straight for the objectives, went the entire time for the delay, for the deny on the Dragonite, and suddenly that hook again! The jump by Blood Dragon! Veinless with the Auric ability gets a hammer to the face and goes down. Kaysel with the Ravenous Spirit, I don't even know where he is. Kaysel is somewhere and he's doing work. There he is. And moves back in the last second. A lot of damage done by him already. Look at the pandas running. Another hook. And Nuruk might die here. The hooks are just... Oh my god. I mean, Freds is out of this world. This guy is definitely... I mean, that's MLG level that we're currently seeing here. This is crazy good. I love this game. This is awesome. The comebacks, they are so real. 7 kills versus 12, 19 versus 19. Like, what's going on here? This is an amazing match that we have between those two. And Dignitas definitely proven that they are here to stay. This is not like an Infinite Crisis team that just like came here to like play around a little bit and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna play that game like once or twice, duh. And then suddenly they get completely demolished by the Europeans. See, no, far from it. These boys are legit. Not only taking Faculty down, well, maybe Faculty having a bit of a bad day, but still an accomplishment. But at the same time, they are giving mYinsanity a run for the money. mYinsanity still in the lead with the 20 talent, with the kills, doing a great job here. But still, this is a very solid performance that we see from Team Dignitas. Fred's trying to hook a tower right now. He didn't aim for the hero. He was actually trying to hook that tower. I can tell you that much. And I wouldn't have put it past him. I mean, that's one of those games where I suddenly can just see that tower, that tower just yield and be like, all right, I'm gonna get hooked, I guess. And then just move across the map. Now we have like triple Resurgence and the shield as well as the Annihilating Spirit. That's pretty dirty. Triple Resurgence. There's a 20 on the board for Team Dignitas now as well. And well, let's see, double Resurgence for them. Okay, double Resurgence. And oh, there's Veinless completely out of position. The jump in up at the top, but the hammer is down in Kaysel as well. Veinless might have been out of position, or he might have been baiting the team. I have no idea what exactly was the case there in the end. Freds is moving away. Moves, by the way, to the right. He's gonna die there, but here's Resurgence up, and that might be the turnaround again for Team Dignitas. Casually taking down 2 of the heroes, 3 of the heroes, but the double Resurgence is of course gonna help them here. Up to the top, that's where you have the team moving. The top lane on the other hand, Soiles flew in, he saw, and he died. A painful death. The bird just lost his feathers. So right now we have Lowell who... Oh! And apparently another hook and Gorge. I don't even count those anymore. I mean, we've seen too many another hook. Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's after all threats, and he just casually hooks like long distance, he doesn't care. Blood Dragon seems to be unable to move back there. He seems to be a bit trapped in that spot. There's a bit of damage done by Chris. Finally, the Storm, Earth and Fire being utilized. But there we have 4 heroes, and of course with that heroic ability down, that is always one of the big problems that you have. I mean, what do the teams really want to do? What are we looking at right now? With the kills that we saw in the last like 2-3 minutes, it has been just kill after kill. Both teams like being down a hero, trying to just grab all those towers, moving in, moving back. There was a lot of just like freestyling here. But what you really want to do is you want to have all your heroic abilities, you want to have them up, no cooldown, you want to move as 5, you want to take the team fight, win it, and then on the back of that, drop that Dragonite, get it in the middle, and then just move in. That's what the teams are currently working for. And losing the cooldown on something so important as the Storm, Earth, and Fire is a very, very big blow. Gorge is up in another 10 seconds, but 50 seconds needed until we have Storm, Earth, and Fire up again. So a massive, massive advantage for the next 40 seconds for mYinsanity. And they are currently running just around the map, capturing all of the mercenary camps that they can possibly get. Another heroic ability that is down is Tranquility, so another big plus for them. Freds is already looking for an opportunity to throw one of those dirty hooks, and he is going to try and get that. He's just like checking out where the opponents might actually be. And does he get the hook? Oh, holy shit, how did he do that? How the hell did he do that? Did you see the blink? Vala immediately blinks away. Like, that hook made, like, that curve. That was like in Wanted. Do you remember Wanted? When he just, like, could curve bullets around the corner? That's exactly what Freds just did. He's in the Matrix right now. He's in the zone. Oh, and there we go again. The Blood Dragon jumping in. He doesn't have Storm, Earth, and Fire yet. Blood Dragon, why the fuck would he do that? Oh god, he has Resurgence up though, he's jumping in again, and this time he has Storm, Earth and Fire, the Ravenous Spirit in a good position, but not doing the damage that he really wanted. Lowell on the Avatar, moving back, here comes the Panda again, Blood Dragon going in, and bam! Storm in the face, Storm Ball time. But yeah, Blood Dragon, I really didn't understand that move there. Like, he went in and balls deep, and just 2 seconds later, Storm, Earth, and Fire would have been up. I don't think he got hooked there. I think he really deliberately jumped in. Maybe he thought that he could survive for a bit longer, but then the Polymorph was there thanks to the Brightwing. He has still Resurgence up, so it's not really a big issue. But the problem for him is, of course, that for the next 3 minutes, he is not allowed to die, or he will be down for more than 60 seconds. And that's the problem that we have there. For that fight in particular, it didn't really make a difference, since the fight was at the doorstep of the red team anyways, so his travel time from the Nexus door, or the Nexus portal down to the fight was not all that much, so they didn't really have a big problem there. But still, missing out on the Resurgence now for the next 3 minutes, that puts him in a bit of an awkward spot, since you feel that. You really feel that problem. So right now they are moving straight in again. I mean, this game, we are 21 minutes in. We have Dignitas on level 21, we have level 22. Let's look at the damage a bit. Hero damage. Valan Hammer, all the way up at the top. Nazebo with 43,000. I really thought he had a bit more than that. And still, Stitches more than the Arthurs here. So, job well done by him. And this game, loving it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's look at the downtime. That's actually the objectives I want to go for this one. The time that the heroes spend dead. 160 seconds on the Arthurs. 140 on Kesil. Up at the top, the teams are just rotating. You can really see them just switching positions on the map, going into strategic moves, and there's the fort being attacked, but they're gonna lose a keep. Yeah, nope, they're already TPing. They're TPing already, but they're still gonna lose the keep. Keep is gonna fall, and now they need to move back. Either take the fight or move back. Make a decision and make it now. Oh, Arthurs moves in. Where's that Howling Blast? There it is, being dodged, but he is in. Yeah, he's in the Frozen Tempest, and now he's locked down. They need to fight, and they need to fight here right now. Oh, there comes the Ravenous Spirit, the Annihilating Spirit. What damage, but Vala jumps in, goes straight for the Rain of Vengeance. The first kill might be Vala. Yes, she overextended just a bit, but the Stitches is also down. He is with Resurgence up in just a few seconds. Once again, the Avatar form. Lowell goes down too. He's also going to be back. They have still Resurgence up, but Vala is down for another 50 seconds, and that means we have a 5 versus 4. We actually have a 5 versus 4 for 40 seconds, and that could mean Dragon Knight. 4 heroes already in the middle. We have the focus on the mines here, by the way, on the hammer, again on the 13 and the 16 talent. Stitches taking the top, and they are going down there. They're just waiting. They know that they have an opportunity right now. We have also, of course, Blood Dragon moving to the bottom. He tries to just like grab that shrine while they can. Stitches, where's that hook? Where's that monster hook? Once again, Freds. Is he showing his skills again? Does he even have to? There is the Arthas. He hooks him in, and goodbye, Arthas. He should have Resurgence up, and he does. Arthas still has Resurgence. Good job at the end of the day by Dignitas. They lost the hero, so like a couple of people might actually look at the screen and like, Khaldor, what the hell are you talking about? They just lost the hero. They did, but they had Resurgence up, and they were able to claim the shrine at the bottom in the meantime. They only lost the hero that had Resurgence up, and they now have one shrine at the top, so there is no Dragon Knight for mYinsanity. mYinsanity with the Dragon Knight might have even been able to end the game. At least they would have been able to take one of the keeps. So this was actually a victory for Team Dignitas. They were in a bad spot after the Vala died, and they got a chance to really make up for that. Ace! Ace! No! And down he goes. Dignitas sees an opportunity. They drop Ace. The team moves back, and mYinsanity is now in danger of losing a keep. The hook, this time it misses. This time the hook misses. They're moving in. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Oh, that napalm does so much damage. They move back already. I don't think that Dignitas can end here. Not with the heroics up. No. The hook! Wow. The hook actually like hitting air and like being stuck there. That graphical error happened a couple of times, and yeah, you need to throw another hook to make up for that. There we go. Look at that hook. It's actually in by SL. Now you always know where the Stitches is. So yeah, apparently Freds broke the Matrix. That's what happened there. Freds broke the Matrix, and something just doesn't work anymore. We should call him Neo from now on. Moves down to the bottom. There we have Sailors on the bird. Does he get another hook? Oh, so close. But in comes Chris and Nurok. Brightwing, 2 seconds. 2 seconds then, and then he can jump in. And the Spirit again. Vala with a stun. Well done by Chris. Can move back maybe with a blink. I really love how Chris on the Vala is making sure that the Nazebo is not getting too much in there. Freds is being healed by the Brightwing with a heal there. Good hook against Blood Dragon. And goodbye is Chen. Chen, of course, has Resurgence up once again. And this game is, by the way, a very good example of why a lot of people demand that Resurgence is going to be removed from the game completely. So many kills on the Stitches, on the Mirrodin, on the Chen, and they just come back to life after a few seconds, even with a 3-minute cooldown. Now we have another kill against the Malfurion, and he does not have Resurgence up. So we are again in that scenario where we have 5 players on mYinsanity and only 4 on the opponent's team, and they're just looking at it. They're like, alright guys, just screw that damn Dragon Knight. We're not gonna get it anyways. Let's just push it in with the heroes that we have. Brightwing is at the other side of the map, just de-pushing the middle. He already knows that he can of course jump in with the Z, and he needs to do that pretty soon if they want to fight that fight. Oh god, again! Fred's hooks are insane! Gets away, Chris with a blink, and Vault moves away. Oh, holy shit, the Chen! That last second Storm, Earth, and Fire, that could have backfired really fast. If he gets polymorphed in that second and dies, then it's all over. Then it is all over. But nope, he is able to get away, at least for now. Top lane is being pushed. Keep in mind that that fort was actually destroyed, and now we have triple catapult moving in already. The move up to the top shrine, trying to get this one as well. Down here, what else? We have Shinobu on the tank. What a... like, this game is awesome. I love it. Like, it's brilliant. 27 minutes in, 19 kills against 13. And let's take another look at the damage, shall we? 95,000 hero damage on the Sergeant Hammer, 87 on the Vala. Holy cow. This is what a game. What a game. Vala is away. Down at the bottom we have a shrine taken. And guys, like, this is one of those heart-stopper matches when you know when you're a player that every single move that you make could cost you the game. One Dragon Knight can finish at this point. A Dragon Knight doesn't necessarily have to, but a Dragon Knight right now can finish this game. Veinless is there. Look at Kaysil. He's already looking at an opportunity. Here comes the hook. Not hitting anything. They're not in a really good spot. mYinsanity is in a bit of an awkward position here. Kaysil is getting in a little better spot right now. Oh my god, Vainless is down! Vainless is down, Chris is about to die, he blinks back in the last second, and Kaysil runs away. He's trying to escape, one hero down, Vala nearly dead, she's not in the fight anymore, Blood Dragon, no ulti, oh, and he dies, and he doesn't have Resurgence, and Arthas dies too. He comes back with Resurgence, but now it's 2 heroes down, and I can hear them shout in TeamSpeak, just like, get that Dragonite, or are they actually just trying to rush in and finish now with the heroes that they have? They could try and finish. Are they trying to go for it, or are they just saying, let's drop the keep and move back at Dragonite and try to end the game? I don't think they can finish off this, but they can definitely take a keep and then move back and take Dragonite. I think that much they can do. 24 seconds on the Malfurion, 30 on the Chen. Oh god, and they drop the keep, but moving in and taking that core, I do not think that they can do that, and they're not even trying. Ace of Spades, the hook not hitting. Once again, he's moving back, the coil hits him in the face, but that doesn't do anything. They're moving down already to capture the shrine, the rest of the heroes moving into the middle. No, and Falstad flies top. Falstad flies top and captures the shrine. Dignitas, they do not want to give them the Dragonite. And for very good reason. A Dragonite 29 minutes in, you right-click that damn core and it goes down. There's nothing you can do about that. Absolutely nothing. The hook against the right side, not hitting this time. That was an important one. Fred's not hitting it. And this time it's a 5 versus 5 again. 5 versus 5 again. Level 25 already versus level 24. Arthur's moving up to the top. Freds is currently just standing there, getting that shrine. They control both of them right now. Both shrines controlled, and they're trying to move into the middle. All of them are trying to move here. This game is insane. Blood Dragon is just waiting for a chance. Is Freds gonna go for a prediction hook? Is he moving in there? There he is. He sees them, and they're moving in straight away. Oh, the Howling Blast against Lowell. Okay. Lowell gets away. At the same time, Blood Dragon. And oh no, the bird! The bird! They get the bird! They get the bird! They get the bird! And he goes down! Oh, look at that position again for Kaysil! Oh god, like I had never thought that I would really cheer for a French guy. And then Stefano came along and Kaysil as well. This guy is so damn good. You need to appreciate skill when you see that, and this boy has plenty. Freds on the Dragonite, 30 minutes in, this might be it. The fall stat down, that's a lot of DPS, and this might be the beginning of the end. What a match. A Hearthstone match that we had there, and well, it's not done yet, but it might be. Freds is just moving in, and they are going for the Arthas. Look at Freds dropping those shields. Arthas is dead for 60 seconds. This has to be game. This just simply has to be it. Freds is now finally crowning his performance in this game with a Dragonite. He's dropping that core. Dignitas loses to mYinsanity. GG and game over after an amazing game. We have mYinsanity take the match against Team Dignitas.